Was I the worst date ever? Was she trying to kill herself while on the date with me? I remember dating a girl that it got weird at dinner every time because she would always order a kid's meal, no matter where we went, right? I can get that at like a fast food place, but we're sitting out at a nice place and she's like, the chicken fingers, please, yes. And I'm just like, you can order whatever you want. Oh no, I know, I'm fine. The chicken fingers, please. And the waiter's just looking at me like, pedophile. I'm like, she's an adult, I swear. Show your ID, order something real, please. She's fine. Every single day she was ordering just kids' meals. I finally couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't. We broke up for something else, but that's completely unrelated. And you know how you'll date another person and the littlest thing will remind you of your ex? That happened with the next girl I went out with because she ordered the exact same thing that I ordered. And I was like, what have I done? It didn't matter where we went. The other girl was just $4.99, drink included. I had the best thing ever! This one's prime rib, lobster, keep it coming. No! I tried to call her, but she kept ignoring my calls. It didn't work out. But another one, this one was probably the worst dating experience that I ever had because it caught me so off guard. I'll let you know. I was on a double date with a girl and her sister, so I felt like everything was gonna go well. It did not at all. Dinner was fine. And I looked at her, I was like, what would you like to do now? She said, I want to go for ice cream. I was like, yes, I love ice cream. Let's do it. I'm ready for ice cream that doesn't have avocado for once, so let's go. So we get there, and the other couple orders, and I'm a gentleman, so what would you like to order? And she says, oh, none for me, I'm allergic. Then why are we here? What? This was your idea. She's like, oh, I just want everyone to have a good time. I was like, this is your death trap. This is not a good time. And so I didn't get any ice cream either, right? Because the gentleman half of me was like, Paul, that would be rude. And the bachelor side of me was like, Paul, you might kiss her. You don't want any of that on your lips. Don't order any ice cream, okay? No ice cream for Paul. I'm on board. So we go sit at a booth, and the other couple, they get their ice cream. They sit down. Within 13 seconds, my date grabs a spoon, takes her sister ice cream, and says, ooh, cookies and cream. Yeah, that's the appropriate response. And that's what I did. I was like, what? You just said I deprived myself. You said you were allergic. What happened? Was I the worst date ever? Was she trying to kill herself while on the date with me? Was she expecting some sort of act of chivalry, like I'm supposed to hit the spoon out of her hand? No, you're allergic. Because I did not do that. And she's like, well, I'm allergic, but only kind of allergic. No, that's not a thing. You're either allergic or you're not. No one goes to Red Lobster who's allergic to shrimp thinking, only a 3 or 4 for me, I don't want to shut off the esophagus completely. No, that does not happen. And I couldn't let it go. I was like, why do you think that you're allergic? She's like, well, when I have a lot, I just don't feel very good. Lady, that's called being full. That's not allergic, right? I can just see her, oh, I feel terrible after that gallon of ice cream. I must be allergic. This never happens with pancakes. Oh. So we did not go out again, because apparently I'm allergic to stupid. I can't. Oh, thank you. So great to be here. This is incredible. I love it. Yeah, one person agrees. No, thank you. I love doing comedy. I love being a comedian, even though it doesn't impress anyone outside this room, my family especially. I remember telling my dad for the first time that I'm a comedian. That did not go well. He just looked at me and just said, you're not using your real name, are you? I was like, no, I'm using yours. We joke. But it's not just family. People in my life that I've known, not on board. I ran into my calculus teacher. That sucked. She said, Paul, you look great. What are you up to these days? I said, I'm a comedian. She said, that's terrible. I was like, why? Why is that so bad? She said, Paul, you don't get it. I am an educator. If that's what you're doing with your life, then I failed as your teacher. And I tried to calm her down. I was like, whoa, 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 you didn't fail. My parents failed long before you did. Don't put that on yourself. But you didn't help as long as we're bringing it up. The only thing worse than running into people that you know, running into people that you think that you know, that goes bad quickly. I saw a woman from behind in the mall. I thought I knew who it was. Ran up behind her, pinched her on the tush. I'm a flirt. Turned out, total stranger. She was not happy. She's like, what are you doing? I said, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I thought you were my best friend's mom. That was my mistake. We're very close. I decided I needed to get a new car. I'd had a Corolla for a decade. I felt like that was time. It was nice, except in the winters it was doing its impression of the Tokyo Drift, and I couldn't just go straight, please. And I had to. I needed all-wheel drive. I felt like I needed that in my life. So I went to the new shiny car dealership, the Kia dealership, if you've been there. Fantastic, fantastic selection. And I wanted the Kia Optima. I saw that, I was like, it's a heck of a vehicle. I went up to the salesman, I was like, hey, do you have any Kia Optimas with all-wheel drive? He's like, no, we don't. There's no demand. No one would buy it. I said, that's weird, because if you had one, I'd buy it tonight. He's like, I know. A lot of people would. Did you go to the University of Phoenix for your degree? What happened here? What? That doesn't make sense. But like a salesman, he tried to sell me on it. He tried to sell me on it, right? He's like, hey, don't worry, you don't need all-wheel drive. We have fantastic safety features, like anti-whiplash technology headrests. So you mean a headrest? What did you do different to these? That's what they've always done. What else do you have? Air-retaining tires? Tell me more about the features on this car. So I didn't get one. I didn't. I was scared. I ended up getting a Jeep, because like that's the car that I wanted. All-wheel drive, I can go on or off-road, do what I want. And I don't think much of it, but my guy friends go crazy when they see it. They're like, oh man, Paul, you got a Jeep? That thing is sick, you must be waist deep in girls. I'm not. I didn't know that was a depth for them either. I am not waist deep. I'm not knee deep. I'd like to be toe deep. That would be a good depth. My mom especially would love that as well, but... And I don't even know how you use a car to get a woman. I don't know a lot about women, but I know one thing. Do not shout to them from your vehicle. That does not impress them very much at all. So what do? Do I just like carry a picture of it on my phone, just pull it out like, hey, I drive this. You know what to do. It's time. I don't... Do I like sign up for Uber? What do I do? That feels like a step back, just pulling up like, hey, you want to ride for free all the time? Like, no. That's not impressing them. So I ended up just like seeing a group of them and just shouting out like random features. I can get 27 miles to the gallon and tow 7,200 pounds. And they're like, good for you. But the guy next to him's like, that's amazing! I was like, I got the wrong car. Oh, I got the wrong car. I should have gotten a Jetta. I did just get out of a relationship. It did not end well. We got into a huge fight. She was screaming at me, it's over! I never want to see you again! And I was like, baby, can't we work this out? I got the Jeep. That should solve it. But she didn't. She didn't want to do it any longer. She screamed at me, get rid of my phone number and never call me ever again. I was like, all right, fine. But I didn't know what to do with her phone number at that point, so I just wrote it on a for sale sign. I put it on my car. Drove around the town for a couple weeks with that written on there. Just to sweeten the deal, I put free or best offer. Long story short, she called me back. They always do. I feel like some of you didn't get that. We're like, that's a free car, man. That sounds like a great deal. But when she called me, did I pick up her phone call? No, I did not. I ignored her phone call. We do that, right? People we don't want to talk to, I ignore it. But some people don't pick up on that hint. They call over and over and over again, right? So we all think the same stupid thing. When can I call them that they won't pick up their phone so I can get credit for a callback but not actually talk to them, right? We've all been there. It's ringing, come on, voicemail, one time. One time voicemail, you hear those words, hello. Hey, Mom, how's it going? I missed you. She hates that joke. But my family actually did drive up here from St. George to be here tonight. I'm really appreciative of that. Oh, thank you. My mom drove up because she supports me, and my dad drove up because I owe him money, so they're both here. And my cousins actually came all the way from Iowa to go to BYU, so they walked here, and they're here as well. But like all successful comedians, I have roommates still, so that's a thing in my life. I love having roommates, but sometimes they get on your nerves. Sometimes you don't just get used to the things that they do. You just don't get used to it. Like I'll never get used to coming home and asking, why are you naked on the couch? You just don't get used to that. You never get used to going into the bathroom and grabbing your, loofah and it's wet on and you haven't showered. You're like, we went to the Dollar Tree together and got different colors. What's happening? So when your roommate gets on your nerves, there's only one way to get even with them. That's to steal their food. Oh, that's a line in the sand. Right? But you can't just steal their food. That's crazy. You have to steal their food and get away with it. That's tricky, right? So I have a couple of rules that I follow to ensure that I successfully steal their food. Rule number 1, never open or finish a package. That's easy, right? They'll notice that. But sometimes they buy something and they don't open it. Like a box of Oreos just sits there for a week. You start losing your mind talking to the package. Soon. It's gonna be soon. I already bought the milk. Finally, like a week later, you're in the other room and you just hear them in the kitchen. Yes. You better enjoy the ones you're eating now, because that's it. Which leads me to rule number 2, only eat enough so he can't prove you've eaten any. This one's tricky, right? Oreos are a perfect example. If you're gonna eat his Oreos, take 1 off of each row, not 3 off of 1 column. That's a rookie mistake. He's gonna notice that space. Back it up a little, who's gonna know? Rule number 3, anything they wrote their name on, you eat that first to teach them a lesson, okay? You know. I know my name is not Carson with a K. If it was my name, I would have spelled it right, I promise you that. And sometimes they'll draw like the line on the orange juice or milk to prove where it's at. You idiot, now you're just telling me how much water I have to pour back in to get it back up to the line. They're all, I knew I didn't buy skim milk, what is this? I know what you're all thinking, you're worried, you're concerned. Paul, you've given away your secrets. Now they're gonna steal your food. No, they're not, because I've learned all their food allergies. And I just put all of that into my food. Does cookie dough ice cream taste the same with avocado? No. But at least I know it's all mine. Put a peanut in your gallon of milk. It's safe. It's safe. And if you ever come home and see an ambulance in the driveway, you already know what happened. You just keep driving and put a new ad on Craigslist. I'm ready. Oh, I wish these were jokes. This would be clever. But like all bachelor plaids, I keep it classy, right? In case a lady ever does come over. I've got a Scentsy candle. I'm ready. But some of the flavors that Scentsy provides make no sense at all. I got blueberry cheesecake, of course, because I'm on a diet. And of course I got French Kiss, which is a flavor for the ladies. That one was a disappointment. It doesn't smell like spit at all. False advertising. I didn't appreciate that. I was disappointed. Another one that doesn't really make any sense to me is Echo. They have a flavor called Echo. Who has ever smelled an Echo? Just one day, hello, do it again. I don't get it, man. I'm also trying to stay in shape. I gotta try and stay in shape. That's as far as I've gotten with that. I tried the P90X. Has anyone here tried P90X? Oh, wow. Very fit crowd. You're gonna love this as you stare at a failure. That's okay. P90X is weird because it's so mentally and physically challenging. I just don't feel like it can be done, right? It doesn't work, not because it's too hard. It doesn't work because it's physically impossible. I get it. The main guy, he's in shape, sure. But I don't understand these henchmen that are behind him, right? Like, these are everyday Joes, like, hey, anyone can do it. That's a lie. Okay? I put that DVD in, I pass out after 20 minutes, wake up, they're still going. And the worst part is one of the workouts, plyometric workouts, one of the henchmen has a prosthetic leg. Yeah, of course you can do 2,000 squats. Your leg is made of steel. You're just like, no problem. See, anyone can do it. I'm just like 3 in. Ah! Can't be done. My leg has flesh. So I don't do that one on principle. I have standards. Marathon runners are cocky, so I don't do that either. I can't get into that. 26 miles and then they feel like they've done something, but you walked most of it, right? You did. One of my friends, he's like, hey, I'm in a marathon. I was like, congratulations. He's like, it's not that great. I can't run as fast as the Kenyans. I'm just happy to be in the same race. No one was thinking that at all. And if we're going to compare you with the fastest people on earth, how about we put a couple of levels between you two, right? Like you, then retired art teachers, then athletes, then people who are in the Olympics. Let's just spread it out a little bit, right? It'd be like if I was like, hey, I'm going to Golden Corral. And you're all, hey, Paul, that's awesome. I said, it's not that great. I can't eat as much as the Polynesians. I'm just happy to be at the same buffet. Just happy to be here. My friends want me to do extreme sports, and I refuse because I enjoy my life. My friends want me to go base jumping. They're just, Paul, let's go base jumping. That's the best. No, it is not the best. And I don't go base jumping for one reason. I don't know if I can base jump. And the only way to find out if you can is to actually go base jumping. You cannot practice jumping off a cliff. No kids growing up with a sheet on the roof of their house like, one day. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, you just jump and hope for the best. That's not my game. And my friend's like, Paul, you're just being dramatic. As long as you're careful and prepared, you'll be fine. How do you carefully jump off of a cliff? Is there tiptoeing involved? Like looking both ways? What are we doing here? And prepared with what? If you jump off that cliff and that chute doesn't open, that's it. No one is prepared. What do you have, extra bananas to save you on this death fall? I don't understand what you're prepared with. It'd be like if my parachute's not opening. Good thing I packed this hang glider. Shimmy away to safety. No. Would you even have time to know that your parachute hasn't opened? You'd be like, I should be slowing. That never happened. Calm down. You got a little too into it, right? My friend's like, Paul, you wouldn't die. Probably just be paralyzed. Oh, yes, much improved. Now I'm sitting at the bottom of a cliff, I can't move, and my bananas are squished. Fantastic. I don't want to base jump. I don't know how to tell you that. Another thing a lot of people like to do is hike. I always like the idea of hiking until I'm actually hiking. Springtime, everyone, that's all they want to do is, let's go hiking, let's go hiking. It's like we spend all winter forgetting how terrible it was, and we want a reminder now. Like even I get excited, like, okay, let's do this. 40 yards in, I'm like, oh gosh, get me out of here. Why did we do this? Whose idea was this? Let's never talk to them again. Get me a granola bar, not regular, chocolate dipped. Bring it here. I want the real stuff right now. I'm not worried about it. And it's like, they don't even want to do regular hikes. They want to go do the Angel's Landing hike. Anyone here done the Angel's Landing hike? Oh. I've never seen so many people happy about failed attempted suicides. That hike is insane. That hike is so difficult for those of you who are normal. There is a chain. You have to pull yourself up to get to the top. Am I wrong? No, it is there. Why are we doing this? I don't want to go. And I tell my friends, no, count me out. I don't want to go. And they're like, well, Paul, you're the one with the Jeep. You got to go. And now I'm driving just thinking, I got the wrong car. Why have I done this? So we get there, we get to the Angel's Landing hike, and it's packed to the roof. We can't even find a parking spot. I go to the end of the lane, and I see a couple of open ones. I go to turn in, handicapped parking spots. Hold on. I'm not the smartest guy ever. But isn't the point of hiking to walk a lot? How are they getting up this mountain if they can't even get out of the parking lot with us? Is there an elevator? What is going on? So I don't go on that hike on principle. I have a lot of principles. You need to know that. Oh, thank you for clapping for standards. I like that. But I do a lot of road trips as a comedian. I'm regionally touring. I go all over the place. So I love road trips. I'm big on them, but like all men, I have one goal with a road trip, and that is to beat my Google Maps estimated time of arrival. That, yes. Oh, that's the best. Like when you first pull it up and you read that, no, what are you, on a bicycle? I can beat that. No. I can beat that. You can forget that goal if you go with your girlfriend, however. Ooh. Because her only goal is to see every rest stop bathroom on the way to wherever it is that you're going. That, just every 40 miles. Can we stop? I gotta pee. Can we stop? I gotta pee. Can we stop? I need another drink. Can we stop? I gotta pee. Finally, you're like, yes, we can stop, but if you get one more drink, I'm buying a funnel, because I'm not stopping. The other thing that gets in the way of your Google Maps ETA record is semi-trucks. Ooh. Semi-trucks are the worst, right? The only thing worse than getting caught behind a semi-truck, trying to pass another semi-truck. What is this? Aren't you guys paid to be here? What's the rush? And you always freak out when you see this happening, like, this can't be happening, you've got to be kidding me. We say that, you have got to be kidding me. What if they were, right? What if they see us in their rearview mirror and like, I see a white Jeep coming up pretty fast behind us, Raheem. Let's mess with this guy. You're doing real good at 67 miles per hour, but I'm going to kick it up to 68 up this hill I have no chance of passing you on. We're going to have some fun with this guy. Oh, great, I cannot wait. We're going to, how do you say, screw with him. It's going to be so much fun. 10-4, Raheem, and if you can get your outer wheels to the edge of the road, let's kick up some rocks and crack his windshield. Leave him something to remember us by. And you're trying to swerve, no, this can't be happening! And that's when, right when you see that little number that says, how's my driving? Dial this number. When has that number ever helped anyone? Like you dial that number, he is driving terribly! It's the worst, you have to do something! Right away, sir, blow up the truck. I just want it to happen once. Finally, like 20 minutes later, he just gets over into the right lane like nothing's happened, right? You punch it down a gear, you catch up, you give him the, you know what you did, eyes. And right as you see daylight, there's no one in front of you, you just hear from shotgun, that was scary, I really do need to stop and pee. No! We just got in front of him, we stop now, they get in front of us again, I gave him the eyes, we're going! Use the funnel. I do a lot of road trips alone, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll take my time. But we live in an amazing time. We live in an amazing technological age. We were alive for the greatest invention ever. I'm convinced of it. The iPod. Oh my gosh. Do you remember holding an iPod for the first time? You couldn't even comprehend what you were doing. Like, what is this, an iPod? How many songs does it hold? Every song that I've ever wanted? Even the ones that I hate? This is fantastic. But the iPod didn't become the greatest invention because of the number of songs that it holds. It became the greatest invention because what did we have before we had iPods? What did we have? Walkman, CD players, right? They called it portable, but it really wasn't because you had to walk around like this. Because of the anti-skip. Do you remember anti-skip? That freaky thing? Just walking around, don't skip, don't skip, don't skip. Wind blow. What a primitive time. My first CD, no anti-skip. My second CD player, 40 seconds of anti-skip. Oh, that was awesome. Now I could mow the lawn and go jogging, right? I still had to hold it out like this because who had pockets big enough to hold this huge rectangle? I'll tell you who, everyone who had Jinko jeans. Bam! I was ready. Pockets so big you could fit a baby. Which I did in my 8th grade health class. It was fantastic. Cradled in there. But oh man, you hold that iPod, man, and you are just loving it. It never skips. It never skips. How much does it cost? $500. Worth it. I'm in. And then Jinko jeans disappeared. Thank you, iPod, for saving our music and fashion. They did so much for us. I miss being in a relationship. I do, because it was awesome. Every time me and a girl got together to watch sports, I felt important for like 2 seconds, right? Because girls know everything. But sometimes they'll come to us for questions about sports, and we feel cool for just a moment in time, right? This happened to me one time, I'll tell you about it. I was watching a football game with a girl, and things were going well, and about halfway through, she just had this inquisitive look on her face. She's like, Paul, what's that yellow line there for? And how do they move it so fast? And why hasn't anyone tripped over it? I just looked at her and said, I love you. Now play with my keys. It'll be over soon. I don't know what to say. I can't get started on the cover 2 defense right now. I can't. But no, sports are great. Men, I am convinced, invented golf to get away from their wives. I'm just convinced of it. A couple of guys just got together in Scotland one day like, oh man, we are so ready to get out of the house. We need a sport that lasts 6 hours. Good, that's a good start. What else do you want to do? Well, we need little cars to drive around. I don't want to be in shape. That's a must. Let's get that. Let's flip the scoring around. Negative's good, positive's bad. That'll throw them off. They won't like that. You need to be able to drink and smoke while you play. Perfect. Okay, we're missing something. Oh yeah, you're not allowed to talk while you play. Perfect. No woman will ever play this game. That's awesome. Yeah. That's just what it is. And they were confused. Well, what are we going to call this great sport? What are we going to call this game? Golf. What does that stand for? Glimpse of a little freedom. That's it. Yeah, you clap too early. Gotta wait for it. But I miss being in a relationship. I really do. I miss those cute names that you get to call each other. Babe, cutie, sweetie, pumpkin for the fall, I guess. You can't say that in spring. But I was dating a girl, and we were going on our date. I was like, where do you want to go, babe? And she just hits me with, did you call your last girlfriend that? Nope. You're the first. I thought of that just now. And she hits me with, because if you called your last girlfriend that, I don't want to be called babe. I want to be something different. I was like, okay. What do you want me to call you? She's like, think of something. That's women's favorite dagger, just think of something. Ladies, we're not going to be able to think of anything. We are not that smart to just come up with stuff, right? But I tried. I was writing stuff down. I was getting ready. The next day I saw her. She's like, hey. I was like, hey, Pop-Tart. She said, what are you doing? I said, nothing, my little toaster strudel. She's like, stop that. That's not cute. I was like, well, most of these are food-based. I've got pancake mix and roast beef next. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I tried. But think about it, men can't come up with original ideas. All we can do is shorten good ideas, right? That's how bae came about. Women got tired of being called babe, so a bunch of guys got in a room like, okay, well, what are we gonna do now? I don't know, take off one of the B's. Bae. Yeah, I like that. What's up, bae? Hey, that's cute. Yes. That's the product of men thinking. That's all we get. I will tell you, I do have one rule. Never take a woman to the movies on a first date. You just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. And that's not a knock on you, ladies, okay? You're not all just doing $4.99 kids meals. Dinner gets expensive. I get that. But I'm not even talking about the movies themselves. What happened to popcorn prices? Like, you look at that and you see $8? What? What are you guys doing? It's like they're competing with gasoline and cigarettes for the biggest screw you over of all time. And you see that as a man, you're like, no, I'm not paying $8. Give me the small. How much is the small? $7.50? What did you guys... What? I don't know what to do now. I hate both of those options. But what do they do to try and get you to buy the large? What do they say? What do they do? Free refill. Yeah, you get it. Let's talk about this free refill. Who has to get this free refill? Is it me halfway through this $19 3D movie? I gotta get my butt up. Hold on, I gotta get my money's worth. I'll be right back. You look cute tonight, don't worry. You gotta go stand back up in that line. They're never as happy to see you the second time. Like, what did they do? There are only 2 of them. How did they eat that much popcorn? They always flip over the tub, draw that huge Sharpie X on the bottom, in case I want to sneak back for a third. You've caught me, movie theater. Am I ploy to steal your popcorn? I always ask the same stupid question, would you like butter with that? Of course I want butter. For the price you're charging me, I want butter, nacho cheese, and some M&Ms. Load it up! You get your tub, you're going back. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. It was free, I had to do it. There's cheese on it. You want some? I'll give you some. That's cool. What did I miss? Oh yeah, sign me up for the free refill. That sounds like a blasty blast adventure. But what do we all do when we have the option for the free refill? We try to eat the first bucket of popcorn before the movie even starts, right? Your mom did that. You know you all did. She's running around making a napkin for it. You're putting it in your lap, piling it on. The butter seeps through. You look like you pissed yourself. In the name of the refill. Passing it around. Hurry up and eat. Go back. Hurry, the previews are almost over. You want me to go through that on a first date? Not a chance. I'm not going through with it. Reason number 2, I don't take the ladies to the movies on a first date. The armrest. Whoa. How do you make that call? If any of you were on a first date, you chose wisely. Not an armrest in sight. I like it. Because men will always ask, hey, would you like it up? Up? Should we put it up? No? Down? Okay, down. We'll put it down. Sure, we can put it down. Because women don't even know what we're asking right there. They're just thinking, oh great, somewhere to put my Diet Coke. And you're just seeing, thou shall not pass. Worst $30 ever. Because you can't put your arm around with the armrest down. That's a suicide mission. But ladies are too busy, you know, they're 4 steps ahead of us. They're already thinking like, hey, I gotta look classy. I don't just give it away, right? That's what I'm classy. I know. That's what you do in my mind. But ladies, I know that you're classy. That's why I brought you to the movies. If I thought there was any chance of us making out, I would have gone straight to Redbox and back to my place. I got a Scentsy candle burning. I'm ready. At a moment's notice. But some of you are concerned, Paul, where do you go? What do you do if you don't go to the movies on a first date? I'll tell you where. Bowling. Yeah, that is a great first date. You get to see their competitive side early and the body in motion. It's a great date for everyone involved. For everyone involved. Yeah. Some of you are worried, Paul, whoa, easy man. First date, bowling, what if she beats you? You will never live that down. No. Men rigged this one, okay? She's never gonna beat me. She may knock down more pins, but I'm going to definitely beat her on miles per hour, so I will prove how good I am at throwing a ball. Is there anything more chauvinistic in our society than showing your miles per hour, how fast you threw it to miss pins? That is the ultimate man invention. Now you got grown man gripping 6-pound balls. 21 miles an hour, yeah! You hit 2 pins. Yeah, let's see you do it at that speed. Your date's like, what a psycho. She's just rolling her ball. Yay, I got a strike. Yeah, 9 miles an hour, good job. Keep trying, sweetheart. I'm telling you, it's a great first date. Oh man, I love doing comedy, especially just for like real people like you guys. I love going to other states, and I like college towns and smaller towns so much more. The people are real in these towns. I just love it. Like I went to Rock Springs to do comedy once. I got a flat tire. Within 13 seconds, 4 guys in Dodge Rams came, picked me up, cut my hair, took me to Applebee's. We had a great time. It was a bonding experience. I've got a flat tire in LA. I was on the side of the road for 4 hours. No one would help me. Even the cops were like, good luck, SA. You got your green card, good luck. Like, no, it just, the vibe in LA, it just was wrong. I didn't like it. And here's the thing that really bothers me about LA. I was in my car getting ready for that road trip on the way back. And I'm gonna stop at a convenience store, get my snacks. I go, I'm gonna use the restroom before. No, I'm not, because it was locked. Because I had to pay 50 cents to use a bathroom? Oh, no. I did not bring piss money on this trip, okay? You can make all the jokes about Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming you want, but in these states, we pay for free. Like Americans. Yeah. It was the worst, man, the worst. And it was the worst part about it was right when I paid my 50 cents, I went to my car and found some, paid my 50 cents, opened the door, immediately wanted my money back. It was like every Nicolas Cage movie I've ever seen, just, no. There was just a toilet and a mirror, no sink. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And then right there was a little sign that said, all employees must wash their hands before returning to work. How? There's no washing thing. I just walked out. Whoa, take your 50 cents. I'm out. I'll wait till Utah, where it's safe. But when I get home, I like to be more of a homebody. I don't like going out too much. I'm a big movies guy. I love movies. Movies are really my thing, except the horror genre. I can't do horror anymore. They're just too unrealistic. I can't get on board. The last one that really just did me in was the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I don't know if you saw that. It was edited on VidAngel. Calm down. Don't tense up too hard, okay? I did it right. But there was a scene, like I get it. He's got a fake face. He's running around sawing people. That's scary. But there was a scene in that movie where he ran around terrorizing the Texas State Fair. I call BS on that. Everyone in Texas has a gun. There's no way he's making it out. They'd be like, is that a guy with a fake face? Shh, finally. Roll credits, end of franchise. Right? He could run around for days in the Oregon State Fair. Sure, that's fine. But not the Texas State Fair, that's my point. They probably wouldn't even run away in Oregon. They'd just stand there screaming, he's entitled to his opinion. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Paul Sheffield. Have a great one.